Well, hey guys, my name is Jacob Marchluski. I teach guitar making here in Siguatepeque, Honduras, with an awesome group of students. And I just wanted to take a minute to share a little bit about the project and specifically about some of the instruments that have recently come out of our workshop. The first guitar that I'd like to present is this one that we've given the name La Humilde, which means the simple one or the humble one. And this is a project that was begun in 2020 during the lockdown. A project that I started and then that we finished as a group. And I just kind of want to explain what it is and what the idea behind it is and all of those things. One of the challenges that we've had working here is finding woods that are suitable for guitar making. Honduras has many traditional guitar woods, but there are some that we lack, namely material for a soundboard. We don't have spruce. Spruce doesn't grow here. The western red cedar that you'll see on a lot of guitars doesn't grow here. You'll see guitars with mahogany tops and such, but that's more of a folk guitar option. You don't see it a lot on classical guitars. So all that being said, we experiment a lot with alternative woods. And the point of this project, La Humilde, was to see if we could produce a very high quality guitar using some woods that not only are not traditional, but woods that most would consider low quality woods. So I'm just going to run through it and kind of explain what we've used and just give you an idea of how this experiment has turned out so far. So starting with the top, this is a piece of cedar. Now, I say cedar, most people will think western red cedar, which is actually not a true cedar. This is a hardwood that grows here in Honduras. And you can see it's a very young tree. It's evident because these growth rings are very wide and separated, so it grew very fast. This is not a first choice in woods, let's say, for a top. However, we have placed the structure, we've built the bracing system to accommodate for that. It's a flamed cedar top. We have carbon reinforced braces made out of capulin coloreado, another very light wood that we have that grows here. It's a cousin to the balsa tree. The back and sides of this guitar are made out of a wood that's locally called colm or tatascan, and it is a wood that is exclusively used for fence posts here, almost exclusively. Very, very hard, difficult to cut, difficult to work, but it's a beautiful wood. Because the tree doesn't grow very large, we had to make this in 4 parts, but we just incorporated that into the design. This herringbone pattern and all of this purfling and binding is a combination of walnut, another wood called lagarto, and a fine line of cedar. The neck is traditional. It's a mahogany neck, caoba they call it here. The fingerboard and bridge are made out of a wood called paleto, which we actually harvested from a river. This tree had fallen 30 years prior and has been sitting in the river, and we were able to obtain permission and go and harvest this wood, and we've used it quite extensively. It's very beautiful, very stable, very hard, and just a nice wood. Very pleased with the results. I would call it a success, the experiment that we did here with this humilde. Sounds very nice, even though it's a very young guitar. It will continue developing its sound, but very pleased. And we're going to have Daza Maldonado do a sound test for you guys so you can see how it turned out.